We're changing that. You may have seen, how many read American Banker? Well, I did an op-ed for American Banker this summer that essentially renews our commitment to honoring our guarantees. How many of you use the 10-tab system? Yes, this is great. Every hand should go up. The 10-tab system, developed really by a bunch of people in this room, is really important, because if you do that at the front end, it helps ensure that the packages are thorough and they're accurate. It helps us and helps you process and approve the guarantees more quickly. And we have some other tools as well. How many of you are on E-Tran? Come on. Yes. E-Tran really helps us originate and service loans, reduces errors, and expedites the purchasing requests. So right now, on average, it takes us 30 days once we have a completed purchase package to process. 30 days. And even when there's a problem with the package and we say it's incomplete or it needs more explanation, the amount of time is now down to 60 days. 60 days. Today, we honor 95% of our guarantees. 95% of our guaranteed purchase dollars. And we are committed to making even more progress with you. We're developing tools that help the lenders identify which of the servicing and liquidation access are going to require the SBA approval or notification. And we're implementing stronger internal mechanisms so that we have consistency for loan repairs and denials. And our team is working really hard on this. We think it's an enormous priority. As you know, at the SBA, we have a lot of rebuilding around our brand, and we are committed to delivering the promises to you that we have with our guarantees. I'm really pleased. I know the staff here is eager to talk to you about these programs, and I hope you seek them out and help us improve the process, because these on-the-ground interactions are what allow us to advance the ball on this. Our commitment to you is that we are going to continue to work on these programs, to be responsible to taxpayers, but to be user-friendly and provide great customer service in our relationship with you. Personally, I believe that every lender should feel completely confident in processes for origination, for servicing, and for purchasing related to an SBA loan. We're going to work to have that commitment to you. Now let's talk about reinvigorating our agency. As Tony said, we have a great agency, but in the past few years, we have really not had the focus that we have today. So we're investing in our agency, and we're investing in a couple places, in people and in technology. Our people are our strongest asset, and it really represents a bone structure that's all across the country. The dots on the map, we have 68 field offices. We have 900 small business development centers. And as Tony says, we have reached out to our partners in the small business development centers and working with them in a much stronger collaborative mode. We have 110 women's business centers and 370 chapters of SCORE, our retired executives. That's together over 14,000 counselors out there providing free services. And it's integral to your operations, because the more and the better. When I go out and I talk to small business owners, I say, how many of you have an ongoing relationship with a counselor? Usually like a couple people, some half of them raise their hand. I say every single one of you should have one, because we know that when you have an ongoing relationship with your counselor, you get better sales, you get better profitability, the business has better longevity. It's very important, and these services are available. They're within 45 minutes to an hour of most businesses in this country. and they are free. We are training all of our people to work closely with you and with these other partners, whether they're district directors or our public information officers or all of our resource partners, because we know that we can, that's really our bone structure that provides tremendous value to you and to the small businesses. On information technology, I could pretty much go on all day. We have tremendous initiatives on them. You've heard about some of them. You'll hear about some more as we go through this week. But our intention is to provide great customer service, more efficient interactions, more seamless interactions with all of you and with all of our partners. I think we can do that. Finally, we are looking to fulfill our role as the strongest possible voice for small business across the administration and out in the public across the country. You probably know that I come from Maine. I live in Maine, and I've come from the private sector. And about 2005 was the first time I got involved with economic development and the government. The Naval Air Station, right near where I live in Brunswick, Maine, went on the base closure list. And the governor said to me, you need to help develop some businesses to create some of the jobs that are going to be important for this community. Well, we got together a group, a cluster, you heard that earlier, of the Maine boat builders. Maine boat builders are fiercely independent, and there's no way they're going to cluster together on anything. But at this point, we also had a partner, which was the Composite Technology Center at the University of Maine. Well, long story short, we made a cluster of the boat builders. There's now one of the driving forces for economic development in my area of the country, in Brunswick, Maine, and across the state. And we took that model and we did food clusters. We did all kinds of clusters in that state. And I brought that model really with me to this job. And let me tell you one of the things we're doing, and it might be helpful in your area. We went to Michigan. Michigan has tremendous difficulties, and we got together a group of the automotive suppliers who specialize in robotics. And they have technology, you know, when you back up your car and you have sensors and it goes beep, beep, beep. Well, all of that technology is very much in demand by our Department of Defense, by the military, to put unmanned active, probes or others out so a person doesn't have to go into harm's way. Well, we did a cluster meeting where we had our SBA lenders, our SBA counselors, and almost 300 small businesses in Michigan at one of the universities that specializes in robotics. And we had the Department of Defense, where we're very involved because we run a big purchasing program for small business. And we are able to now create a cluster around those small suppliers, giving them revenue opportunities that they really hadn't seen before, and giving the taxpayers and the Department of Defense access to some of the most innovative small companies around. And there were bankers there, there were members of NAGGL there, helping at every step of the way. So we are very active on trying to take innovation that's happening throughout this country and in small businesses and turn it into jobs. Another place that small business really needs some reform is in healthcare. You probably have all seen that healthcare, access to affordable healthcare, is the #1 concern of small businesses. The NFIB survey since 1986 has had healthcare and access to affordable healthcare as the #1 issue out of 77 issues since 1986.